Jim Hawkins story.
My father owned a small inn near the sea, a quiet place where almost nobody visited. One cold morning, an old sailor arrived carrying a large sea chest. He was tall, strong, and frightening, with a dirty blue coat and a scarred face burned brown by the sun. He looked at the sea for a long time before speaking. "I like this place," he said. "You can call me Captain." He paid for a room and stayed at our inn for many months. Every day he watched the ocean, and every night he sat silently in the corner, drinking rum. But the strangest thing was his fear. He often asked me to watch for a sailor with one leg. Then, one winter morning, a pale sailor with only 3 fingers arrived. His name was Black Dog. He wanted to see the captain. The 2 men argued loudly, and suddenly swords flashed across the room. Black Dog escaped, but the captain collapsed onto the floor. Dr. Livesey came quickly and warned the old sailor that he was very ill, but the captain seemed more afraid of pirates than death itself. The old captain grew weaker every day. One afternoon, a blind man wearing a long black coat arrived at our inn. His voice was cold and dangerous. He forced me to take him to the captain's room. The blind man placed something small into the captain's hand and disappeared. When the captain opened it, his face turned white. "The black spot," he whispered. "They're coming at 10 o'clock. A few moments later, he fell dead to the floor. My mother and I knew the pirates would soon arrive. We opened the captain's sea chest, searching for the money he owed us. Inside, we found clothes, coins, and a strange sealed envelope. Suddenly, we heard footsteps outside. Pirates burst into the inn, shouting for Flint's treasure map. They smashed furniture and searched every room, but they could not find the envelope because I had taken it. Then a gunshot echoed through the night. The pirates fled in panic, and I escaped with the mysterious package, the map that would change my life forever. The next morning, I traveled to meet Dr. Livesey and Squire Trelawney. Together, we opened the envelope taken from the captain's chest. Inside was a map of an island. Across the paper were the words, "Treasure here." The map had belonged to Captain Flint, the most feared pirate in the West Indies. According to legend, Flint had hidden enormous treasure somewhere on that island before he died. Squire Trelawney became wildly excited. "We shall buy a ship," he declared, "and we shall find Flint's treasure." Within days, preparations began for the voyage. Trelawney traveled to Bristol to purchase a ship called the Hispaniola and hire a crew. Weeks later, a letter arrived. The ship was ready, and a cook named Long John Silver had helped gather sailors for the journey. There was only one thing that frightened me. I arrived in Bristol full of excitement and fear. Squire Trelawney handed me a letter for Long John Silver at the Spyglass Inn. Inside the inn, sailors laughed and drank loudly. Then I saw him. Long John Silver was tall, cheerful, and surprisingly friendly, despite having one leg. He moved quickly on a crutch and welcomed me warmly. At first, he seemed nothing like the terrifying pirate from the captain's stories. But suddenly, one sailor jumped up and ran for the door. I recognized him immediately. "Black Dog!" I shouted. Silver ordered his men to chase him, but Black Dog escaped into the crowded streets. Later, we boarded the Hispaniola and met Captain Smollett. Unlike Trelawney, the captain did not trust the crew. "These men know too much about the treasure," he warned.
Dr. Livesey agreed that something felt wrong. Still, the voyage continued. The next morning, the Hispaniola sailed toward the unknown island and toward danger. For many days, the voyage went smoothly. The sailors respected Long John Silver, and even I began to trust him. One night, I climbed into an apple barrel searching for fruit. Hidden inside, I accidentally overheard a terrifying conversation. Silver was speaking quietly to several sailors. He admitted he had once sailed with Captain Flint. Then, he revealed the truth. Most of the crew were pirates. Their plan was simple: allow Captain Smollett and the others to find the treasure first.
Captain Smollett secretly prepared for mutiny. Guns and supplies were moved carefully while pretending everything was normal. Soon, the pirates were allowed to go ashore. Without thinking, I slipped into one of the boats and reached the island with them. The moment we landed, I ran deep into the forest before Long John Silver could stop me. Hidden among the trees, I heard pirates arguing violently. Then came a gunshot. One pirate had been murdered by his own companions. Terrified, I wandered deeper into the jungle until I encountered a strange, wild-looking man named Ben Gunn. He had been abandoned on the island years earlier by Flint's crew and survived there alone ever since. When he heard Long John Silver was on the island, fear crossed his face. Ben promised to help us and revealed he owned a small, hidden boat. Suddenly, distant cannon fire thundered across the island. The battle between the pirates and my friends had already started. Dr. Livesey and the others escaped from the Hispaniola and reached an old wooden fort hidden on the island. The fort had water, strong walls, and enough protection to survive an attack. But the pirates soon surrounded them. Gunfire exploded through the trees as Captain Smollett organized the defense. Several pirates attacked the fort directly, climbing over fences and charging toward the house. We fought desperately. Smoke filled the air. Bullets struck the wooden walls. Men screamed and fell. 3 pirates were killed, but victory came with a terrible cost. Joyce died defending the fort. Hunter was badly wounded. Even Captain Smollett was injured. By the end of the battle, only 5 of us remained strong enough to fight. The pirates still outnumbered us, and Long John Silver was planning his next move. That night, while everyone rested, I secretly left the fort to find Ben Gunn's hidden boat. I had a dangerous plan. Using the tiny boat, I quietly drifted through the darkness toward the Hispaniola. Only 2 pirates remained aboard, Israel Hands and another sailor. Carefully, I cut the ship's anchor rope. Slowly, the Hispaniola drifted away from the pirate camp. The men on board were drunk and fighting each other. Soon, one pirate was dead and Israel Hands was badly injured. By morning, I climbed onto the ship and lowered the pirate flag. The Hispaniola belonged to us again, but Israel Hands still lived. Pretending to help me sail the ship, he secretly hid a knife and waited for the perfect moment to attack. Suddenly, he lunged toward me. I climbed into the rigging while Hands threw his knife, striking my shoulder. Then, I fired my pistol. Israel Hands fell backward into the sea, forever. I had survived alone. Proud of capturing the ship, I returned to the fort expecting praise from my friends. Instead, I walked directly into the pirates' camp. Long John Silver now controlled the fort. The pirates wanted to kill me immediately, but Silver protected me. He claimed I could still become one of them. Then, the pirates turned against Silver himself. They handed him the black spot, the pirate symbol of betrayal. But Silver smiled calmly. From his pocket,
he pulled out Flint's treasure map. The pirates instantly changed sides and called him captain once again. The next morning, Dr. Livesey visited the fort and secretly spoke with me. I revealed that the Hispaniola was safely hid in the North Inlet. The doctor was amazed. Then, Silver announced it was time to search for Flint's treasure. Together, pirates and prisoners marched into the jungle toward the legendary gold.
The pirates followed Flint's map through dense jungle and over steep hills. Along the way, they discovered the skeleton of a dead sailor pointing toward the treasure site. Fear spread among the men. Then strange singing echoed through the trees. Some pirates believed Flint's ghost haunted the island, but Silver realized the voice belonged to Ben Gunn. At last, we reached the giant tree marked on the map. The pirates rushed forward wildly, but the treasure pit was empty. Flint's treasure had disappeared long ago. Rage exploded among the pirates. They turned their guns toward Silver and me. Suddenly, shots rang out from the forest. Dr. Livesey. Finally, the Hispaniola sailed away from Treasure Island. As the island disappeared into the mist, I felt relief more than happiness. Too many men had died for Flint's cursed treasure. But one danger still remained. Long John Silver was still aboard our ship, and nobody truly trusted him. Weeks later, we reached a small port town safely. Everyone celebrated our survival and the enormous treasure we had brought home. Long John Silver acted friendly and harmless, always smiling and joking with the crew. But one morning, he disappeared. Silver escaped during the night with a small bag of gold coins. No one ever saw him again. Captain Smollett retired from the sea after his injuries healed. Ben Gunn finally returned to civilization after years alone on the island. As for me, I returned home forever changed. I had faced pirates, battles, betrayal, and death. I had sailed across dangerous seas and discovered Captain Flint's hidden treasure. But even years later, I sometimes dreamed about Treasure Island, the crashing waves, the jungle wind, and the sound of pirates singing in the dark. And in those dreams, I could still see Long John Silver smiling beside the sea.